Good day, here is our tech news for the week. First, the headlines. Google outlines plan to get some employees back to the office. YouTube Kids app is now available for Apple TV. Twitter labels Trump tweets with a fact check for the first time. Apple to reopen 100 stores in the US this week. South Korean cafe hires robot to help with social distancing. And Microsoft Windows is getting an Apple-like upgrade. The news in full. Google will begin opening some of its office buildings in various cities starting on July the 6th for a small amount of its employees who need a physical workspace. The plan is to rotate employees in for a day every few weeks to keep facilities at only around 10% occupancy. Google will scale that 10% up to 30% around September. Majority of Google's workforce will be mostly working from home through 2020. The child predicted that Googlers will have more flexibility and choice in how they work. He also warned that the company's physical spaces could look and feel different. YouTube Kids is meant to give children a safe alternative to YouTube, where even restricted mode can let through violent content and other things parents and caretakers don't want kids to see. This includes videos that look like they are made for kids, often depicting popular cartoon characters, but are filled with inappropriate content. While it is still not perfect, YouTube Kids offer more features that can help caretakers prevent harmful content from being viewed by children, including one that lets them whitelist specific videos or channels. For the first time, Twitter called tweets from Donald Trump potentially misleading, a decision that prompted the president to accuse the social media platform of election meddling. Twitter said the move was aimed at providing context around Trump's remarks. The instant feedback highlights how Twitter, which has long grappled with how to address Trump's tweet, may now find itself under even greater pressure than before to act in a consistent and transparent manner. The White House did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Twitter did not immediately respond as well to questions about who assembled the fact-checking page or whether it was algorithmically generated. Apple is reopening 100 more retail stores in the United States this week that it was forced to close because of the coronavirus. However, customers won't be able to enter many of them just yet. Most of the stores will only offer curbside or storefront services, which means customers can visit for appointments at the Junior's Bar or order online and pick up at the stores. The company will require temperature checks and face coverings for employees and customers, as well as limits on how many people are allowed inside the store at a time. The new robot barista at the cafe in Daejeon, South Korea uses a coffee-making robotic arm that is courteous and swift. It has a serving robot that can make 60 different types of coffee and serve customers at their seats. It also contains self-driving technology to calculate the best routes around the cafe. Robots could help people observe social distancing in public, said Lee Dong-bae, director of research at the factory that developed the barista robot. Our system needs no input from people from order to delivery, and tables were sparsely arranged to ensure smooth movement of the robots, he said. The manufacturer and the scientific institute aim to supply at least 30 cafes with robots this year. Windows Search is getting a ginormous upgrade with a tool called Toys Run. It's a promising search box that could put the start menu and Windows key shortcuts to shame. The new tool was announced at a Build Microsoft annual developer event. It was held virtually this year for the first time in its history because of the coronavirus pandemic. Other highlights included new Google Docs-like features for Office and some Edge browser updates. The Toys tool has some other nifty features, including the ability to remap keyboard shortcuts, which cannot be done on a Mac. Thank you for listening, and that's the end of our tech news for the week.